On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Narrative.
A story or a description of a series of events or process of telling a story.
Examples:
Narrative poetry. Personal narrative. The narrative handles multiple plot lines and has unpredictable ends.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Continent.
One of the Earth's large landmasses. Adjective, abstaining from your feelings, especially your desire to have sex.
Examples:
The inland of a continent. Continent urinary diversion. Flight across the continent was a daring adventure in its day.
Nurture.
To take care of, feed, and protect someone or something while they are growing and developing.
Examples:
Nurture love. Nurture his talents. Schools should nurture children's mutual interest spirit.
Celebrated.
Renowned for possessing admirable attributes.
Examples:
Celebrated artist. Celebrated paper. 3 celebrated tenors performed during the president's inauguration.
Concerted.
Involving the joint activity of more than one person, government, country, etc.
Examples:
Concerted effort. Apply concerted pressure. The NGO launched a concerted campaign to raise awareness about the issue.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Consistent.
Always behaving or happening in the same way, or having the same thoughts, standards, etc.
Examples:
Do on a consistent basis. Get consistent results. You are not consistent in your behavior.
Endeavor.
To make an earnest attempt or effort, to strive or work hard towards a goal or objective.
Examples:
Endeavor to succeed. Endeavor as much as possible. We will endeavor to find a solution to the problem as quickly as possible.
Sacrifice.
The act of killing an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity. Verb, to give up something important or valuable to help another person or get or do something that seems more important.
Examples:
Small sacrifice for a great cause. Sacrifice anything to get ahead. You cannot accomplish great things without a sacrifice of your time or money.
Enslave.
To make someone a slave, to deprive someone of their freedom of choice or action.
Examples:
Enslave poor peasants. Enslave indigenous people. Her beauty enslaved me completely.
Colon.
The punctuation mark, used to introduce a list, summary, explanation, etc., or before reporting what someone has said, a significant part of the large intestine, the final section of the digestive system.
Examples:
Colon examination. The colon at the end of the sentence. Consumption of vegetables may aid in the prevention of colon cancer.
Racism.
Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against a person or people based on their membership in a particular ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized.
Examples:
Systemic racism. Research on anti-racism. The school's lack of diversity was a clear indication of the racism present in the community.
Underpin.
To support or strengthen the foundations of something.
Examples:
Underpin a structure. Underpin democratization. The research findings underpin the theory that human activities cause global warming.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Assault.
A violent physical attack, the crime of forcing someone to submit to sexual intercourse against their will.
Examples:
Assault aircraft. Victim of sexual assault. We got caught up in an assault case.
Artistic.
Of or relating to art or artist, satisfying aesthetic standards and sensibilities.
Examples:
An artistic photograph. Promising entrepreneurs often have a high artistic sensibility.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Chart.
A visual display of information such as a diagram, lists of figures, etc., a map designed to assist navigation by air or sea.
Examples:
A weather chart. A statistical chart. This pie chart represents our market share.
Capture.
To catch a person or an animal and confine them in an area which they cannot escape.
Examples:
capture a glimpse, capture customers' hearts. I was able to capture the moment on film.
Mire.
A wet, muddy ground or area that is difficult to walk or move through.
Examples:
stick in the mire, mire of debt. The project was bogged down in a mire of bureaucracy.
Pioneering.
Involving new ideas or methods, being the first of their kind, leading the way in a particular field.
Examples:
pioneering research, pioneering spirit. The pioneering scientist developed a breakthrough technology that revolutionized the industry.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
a technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Forge.
To fashion or shape metal by heating it and hammering it into shape, to create or develop something new or original, to form strong bonds or relationships with others.
Examples:
forge an alliance, forge iron. She had to forge her father's signature on the permission slip because he was out of town.
Revolutionary.
Relating to or characterized by a complete or dramatic change.
Examples:
revolutionary change. Enforce revolutionary justice. The revolutionary leader inspired others to join the fight for freedom and democracy.
Dynamic.
Having a lot of energy, ideas, and enthusiasm and a strong personality, of or relating to dynamics, equals the branch of physics and engineering concerned with the forces that cause motions of bodies.
Examples:
a dynamic market, dynamic person. The sprinter has a dynamic way of running.
Heritage.
The culture and traditions that are passed down from previous generations.
Examples:
heritage site, historical heritage. The heritage of the city is reflected in its architecture.
Manifest.
To show something such as feeling, attitude, quality, etc., clearly through signs or actions.
Examples:
manifest as the word. Manifest displeasure. The Prime Minister manifested his regret for his neighbors.
Indict.
To formally charge or accuse someone of a crime, based on the decision of a grand jury or other legal authority. To bring a legal case against someone, typically to prosecute and punish them.
Examples:
indict a suspect. Indict him of injuries. The FBI worked tirelessly to gather enough evidence to indict the corrupt politician.
Genocide.
The intentional killing of a large group of people, especially those of a particular ethnic group or nation.
Examples:
Genocide victims. Genocide resolution. The international community condemned the genocide in the country.
Ethnic.
Relating or belonging to a group of people who share a cultural tradition.
Examples:
Ethnic minority. Single ethnic group. Each ethnic group has its unique rituals.
Cleanse.
To purify or get rid of impurities or toxins, to wash or scrub thoroughly, often in a ritualistic or symbolic context, to purge or remove negative or harmful influences or substances from something. Noun, an act of cleaning or purifying something, typically the body.
Examples:
Juice cleanse. Cleanse the face. The new diet is designed to cleanse toxins from the body.
Instigator.
A person who incites, provokes, or encourages others to engage in an action, often involving conflict, controversy, or mischief.
Examples:
Political instigator. Violent instigator. The internet troll was the instigator of a heated argument on social media.
Destroy.
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely.
Examples:
Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Vandalism.
The willful and malicious destruction or defacement of property that belongs to another person or the public. The act of deliberately causing damage or harm to something valuable or meaningful.
Examples:
Cyber vandalism. Vandalism at shrines. The graffiti on the wall was an act of vandalism that caused damage to public property.
Thoughtless.
Lacking consideration for others, inconsiderate, not reflecting on one's actions or words, showing a lack of thought or intelligence.
Examples:
Thoughtless comment. Thoughtless mistake. The thoughtless actions of the students caused damage to the school property.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, to complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples:
Graduate degree program. Honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Systematic.
Done or acting according to a determined set of systems or plans.
Examples:
A systematic reformation. Systematic botany. Science is based on the systematic classification of experience.
Wage.
A particular amount of money that somebody earns, usually every week or every month, for work or services.
Examples:
Unpaid wages. Increase in the minimum wage. His wages continued to rise as his skills improved.
Envisage.
To imagine and expect something in the future, to plan or forecast something.
Examples:
Envisage consequences. Envisage a profit. She envisaged a bright future for her children.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Destruction.
The act of causing so much damage to something.
Examples:
Path of destruction. Cyclonic destruction. The extinction of several subspecies has been linked to climate change and habitat destruction.
Shrine.
A place considered holy because of its association with a deity or a sacred person or relic, or because it is a place of pilgrimage or worship.
Examples:
Shrine temple. Religious shrine. The holy shrine to the local saint was a popular place for pilgrims to visit.
Mosque.
A Muslim place of worship that usually has a minaret equals slender tower with balconies.
Examples:
Domed mosque. The sacred mosque. Jumeirah Mosque is one of the most beautiful buildings in the United Arab Emirates.
Manuscript.
The original copy of a book, piece of music, etc., before it is printed.
Examples:
Manuscript of a book. Ancient manuscript. The widow of a deceased writer discovered an incomplete novel manuscript in his room.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Converse.
To talk informally.
Examples:
converse with an acquaintance. Ask a converse question. She enjoyed the opportunity to converse with a person who spoke her language.
Insurgent.
Rising against established authority or government, characterized by rebellion, dissent, or insurgency.
Examples:
insurgent attack. Insurgent group. The government forces fought brutally against the insurgent rebels in the remote region.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Empire.
A group of countries ruled by one leader or government.
Examples:
empire building. Empire of the Maya. He has built a thriving e-commerce empire.
Shadow.
A dark area or shape cast by an object blocking the passage of light, an area in darkness or shade, a reflected image or copy of something, a person, activity, or influence that follows or accompanies someone or something closely and persistently, often in a secretive or ominous manner.
Examples:
shadow cast. Shadow puppetry. The tree cast a shadow over the picnic area, providing relief from the sun.
Origin.
The first existence or beginning of something.
Examples:
origin of all humankind. A manuscript of uncertain origin. There are various hypotheses concerning the origin of life.
Invasion.
Armies act of forcibly entering another country or territory to take control of it.
Examples:
the Turkish invasion. Home invasion. An invasion would most probably result in a political catastrophe.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
an ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Smuggle.
To import or export something or someone without paying appropriate customs duties, often illegally.
Examples:
smuggle drugs. Smuggle herself out of a country. He was able to smuggle a gun inside the prison.
Historic.
Famous or significant in history, or potentially so.
Examples:
historic accomplishment. Achieve the historic feat. The Chinese people have accomplished several historic feats.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples:
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Dam.
A wall constructed over a river to block the flow of water, mainly used to generate energy.
Examples:
Dam building program. Dam collapsing. The break in the dam threatened the valley.
Uprising.
A public rebellion, especially against an established government or authority.
Examples:
Stage an uprising. Violent uprising. The anti-government uprising was successful in overthrowing the regime.
Rebuild.
To build again or anew.
Examples:
Rebuild a company. Rebuild communities. They are planning to rebuild the house after the fire.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Bleak.
Unlikely to be favorable, unpleasantly cold and damp, offering little or no hope.
Examples:
Prospects were bleak. Bleak future. The political landscape looks bleak without a change of administration.
Occupation.
A person's job or profession, the act of taking possession.
Examples:
Occupation disease. Occupation of a building. The police stopped the suspicious person and asked him to give his name, address, and occupation.
Bow.
To bend your knee or body, or lower your head. Noun, a weapon made of a curved piece of wood or other flexible material, strung with a cord and used to shoot arrows.
Examples:
Bow and greet. A bow wave. She bowed to the audience after her performance.
Wipe.
To clean or dry something by rubbing with a piece of cloth or paper or one's hand and removing dirt, food, or liquid.
Examples:
Wipe off dirt. Wipe with water. Please wipe your sweat with this towel.
Importance.
The quality of being important and worthy of note.
Examples:
A man of importance. High importance. I stopped by the branch though I have no business of importance.
Descent.
The act or process of moving downward, a person's family origins.
Examples:
Descent from nobility. Descent of family. The descent from the mountain was steep and rocky.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic, severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Recurrent.
Occurring again, repeatedly, or frequently, returning.
Examples:
Recurrent problem, recurrent miscarriage. The patient has been experiencing recurrent headaches for weeks.
Echo.
A sound heard after being reflected off a surface, such as a wall or a cliff.
Examples:
The echo of a person's footsteps. Sound echo. A thunderous boom echoed throughout the valley.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat, environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Punishment.
A penalty or consequence inflicted for wrongdoing or offense, a means of enforcing discipline or preventing further wrongdoing.
Examples:
Punishment for a crime, humiliating punishment. The judge gave severe punishment to the criminal who committed the heinous crime.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology, freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Celebrate.
To acknowledge a memorable or good day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Examples:
Celebrate his election. Celebrate Christmas. He celebrated the 10th anniversary of his tenure.
Carnival.
A public enjoyment and celebration, usually held in the street, featuring music, dancing, and various forms of entertainment.
Examples:
Carnival parade. Carnival atmosphere. The traveling carnival is coming to our town next week.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Devastating.
Causing a great deal of destruction or damage.
Examples:
Have devastating effects. Treat this devastating disease. This typhoon was the most devastating in years.
Colonial.
Of or relating to a colony equals a territory that is controlled by a more powerful country, to the period of time during which a country or region was a colony.
Examples:
Oppressive colonial rule. Colonial style. The city has a rich colonial history, with many historic buildings and landmarks.
Crystal.
A solid material with many even sides that is formed naturally when the substance becomes solid and has a highly regular atomic structure. Clear and colorless glass made of almost pure silica.
Examples:
Liquid crystal. Crystal analyses. A vast crystal chandelier glittered brightly above us.
Dominance.
The state or quality of being the most powerful or influential person or group.
Examples:
Dominance of traits. Dominance relationship. The company has maintained its dominance in the market for several years.
Manifestation.
A visible or tangible form of something, especially a particular sign of a disease or condition.
Examples:
Manifestation of a deeper problem. Manifestation of psychological stress. The manifestation of his anxiety was evident in his shaking hands.
Palpable.
Able to be felt or touched, easily perceivable or noticeable, tangible.
Examples:
Palpable tumor. Palpable lie. The tension in the room was palpable as they waited for the results to come in.
Territory.
An area under the control of a ruler or state.
Examples:
Acquire territory. Territory in charge. They incorporated the conquered territory into their nation.
Subjugate.
To bring under control, to conquer, to make subservient to one's authority.
Examples:
Subjugate the enemy. Subjugate my ego. The conqueror sought to subjugate the defeated country.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone. To identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Stool.
A seat without a back or arms, typically used by one person, a piece of furniture with a flat top supported by one or more legs, used for working at or eating from, a piece of feces excreted from the body.
Examples:
Stool seat, stool analysis. The doctor asked me to provide a stool sample for testing.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Relinquish.
To give up power, control, or possession.
Examples:
Relinquish control. Relinquish all hope. She decided to relinquish her role as the leader of the group.
Precious.
Uncommon and extremely valuable.
Examples:
Price of precious metals. Precious information. We cannot afford to squander precious time.
Capitulate.
To surrender, especially under agreed upon conditions, usually after a prolonged resistance, to acknowledge defeat or give in to an opponent or adversary.
Examples:
Capitulate under pressure. Capitulate to fear. The opposing army finally decided to capitulate and surrender to the victorious troops.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Geologist.
A scientist or specialist who studies geology.
Examples:
Planetary geologist. Marine geologist. These issues baffled geologists for many years.
Stumble.
To miss a step and fall or nearly fall, to walk unsteadily.
Examples:
Stumble financially. Stumble through life. She stumbled over the tree root.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples:
Extraordinary ability. Extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Abandon.
To leave a place, thing, or person with no intention of returning. Noun, a feeling of extreme emotional intensity.
Examples:
Abandon a friend. Abandon the practice. The castle was abandoned several years later.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples:
Recover a loss. Recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.
Granite.
A tough, durable, and coarse-grained igneous rock often used in construction for buildings, monuments, and sculptures.
Examples:
Black granite. Solid granite. The countertop was polished granite, giving it a sleek and modern look.
Stranded.
Left in a difficult or helpless position, without access to help or resources, unable to move or proceed.
Examples:
Stranded travelers. Financially stranded. After their car broke down, the family was stranded on the side of the highway for hours.
Outcrop.
A visible, exposed rock formation at the surface of the ground.
Examples:
An outcrop of a stratum. Outcrop belt. The outcrop of rock provided a scenic viewpoint for the hikers.
Savanna.
A mixed forest and grassland ecosystem where the trees are far enough apart that the canopy doesn't close.
Examples:
Savanna region. Tropical savanna. The birds live in tropical forests, savannas, and arid semi-desert environments.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Astonishing.
Surprising or shocking, difficult to believe.
Examples:
Astonishing achievement. Make astonishing gains. The news of her sudden death was astonishing to everyone who knew her.
Feat.
A notable or impressive achievement, especially one that requires great skill or bravery.
Examples:
Intellectual feat. Feat accomplishment. It is an incredible feat to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples:
architecture design, classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
claim responsibility, false claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Wrought.
Made or fashioned carefully or decoratively, of materials, beaten out or shaped by hammering.
Examples:
well-wrought steel, tragedy wrought by hurricane. He won an award for his photographs of the ruins wrought by the war.
Sophisticated.
Having a great deal of worldly experience and knowledge of people's behavior, culture, and fashion.
Examples:
sophisticated look, a sophisticated lifestyle. Marketing strategies are growing more sophisticated.
Footstep.
A step, or the sound generated by a person walking when their foot hits the ground.
Examples:
footsteps in the corridor, approaching footsteps. The sound of oncoming footsteps grew louder, closer.
Specification.
A detailed description of the characteristics, features, or requirements of something, typically a product or system, a written statement that outlines the standards, procedures, or requirements for a project or job.
Examples:
functional specification, engineering specification. The project specifications outlined the goals and requirements for the team to complete.
Posit.
To suggest or accept something as fact or as a basis for argument or consideration.
Examples:
posit the existence of life after death. Posit the premise. We should posit several hypotheses to discuss the matter.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Ruin.
To damage, spoil, or demolish something. Noun, an unrecoverable state of devastation and destruction.
Examples:
ruin the plan. Ruin the reputation. He knocked over the red wine and ruined the tablecloth.
Temple.
A place of worship, especially one that is associated with a particular religion or faith, the flat area on either side of the forehead.
Examples:
temple complex. A tour guide at the temple. He visited the temple to pray and make offerings to the gods.
Purity.
The state of being undiluted or unmixed with anything else, the state of being free from immorality, especially of a sexual nature.
Examples:
The degree of purity. High purity. Higher purity requires additional equipment and energy.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Onward.
Moving or continuing forward, progressing.
Examples:
Onward journey. Onward progress. When traveling to some countries, you may be required to show proof of an onward ticket as a condition of entry.
Fellow.
Someone who has the same job or interests as you, or is in the same class, profession, or situation as you.
Examples:
Junior fellow. Nice fellow. He is the kind of fellow who only works for his success.
Anthropology.
The scientific study of humanity, concerned with human behavior, human biology, cultures, societies, and linguistics in both the present and past, including past human species.
Examples:
Social anthropology. Anthropology of religion. The areas of anthropology and psychology are significantly related to one another.
Artifact.
A person-made object, especially one of historical or cultural interest.
Examples:
Paleolithic artifacts. Peruvian artifacts. The museum has a vast collection of Greek artifacts.
Kingdom.
The country ruled by a king or queen.
Examples:
Establish his kingdom. A subordinate kingdom. By remaining neutral, this kingdom continued to exist.
Instinctive.
Relating to or based on instinct, done without conscious thought, as if from an inner compulsion or natural tendency.
Examples:
Instinctive reaction. Instinctive behavior. It was instinctive for the mother to protect her child from harm.
Irrational.
Not based on, or not using reason or clear thinking, mathematics, a real number that cannot be expressed as the ratio of two integers.
Examples:
An irrational request. Irrational numbers. They continued to endure irrational treatment by the dictatorship.
Archaeology.
The branch of anthropology that studies prehistoric people and their cultures.
Examples:
The Institute of Archaeology. Prehistoric archaeology. She teaches archaeology at the local university.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples.
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Enlightenment.
Education that results in understanding and the spread of knowledge.
Examples.
Spiritual enlightenment. Enlightenment activity. He finally brought his enlightenment to perfection.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples.
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Appropriation.
The act of taking something for one's use or purpose, particularly without permission or legal right, the allocation or assignment of funds, resources, or property for a specific purpose or use.
Examples.
Budget appropriation. Land appropriation. The fashion industry has been criticized for its frequent appropriation of designs and patterns from traditional textiles of different cultures.
Denigrate.
To speak of or treat someone or something that is perceived as low or inferior in a derogatory or critical manner.
Examples.
Denigrate his reputation. Denigrate a student's intelligence. It's not fair to denigrate a whole group of people based on a stereotype.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples.
The quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Trace.
To find or discover someone or something that was lost.
Examples.
Trace a telephone call. Trace back to medieval times. Let's trace the origins of some familiar foreign words.
Emporium.
A large retail store or marketplace, typically offering a wide range of goods, a place where a variety of items or products are available.
Examples.
Shopping emporium. Food emporium. I love browsing through the antique emporium, discovering unique treasures from the past.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples.
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Mysterious.
Difficult to understand, explain, or identify, having an aura of secrecy, intrigue, or puzzlement.
Examples:
mysterious object, mysterious stranger. The mysterious disappearance of the ship remains unsolved.
Entity:
something that exists independently and has its own identity.
Examples:
legal entity, government entity. A company is a distinct legal entity.
Tempting:
likely to attract or persuade someone to do something, especially something that may not be wise or safe.
Examples:
tempting offer, sound very tempting. The chocolate cake was too tempting for me to resist.
Interpret:
to explain or assign the meaning of information, actions, etc.
Examples:
interpret a graph, interpret the question. Different people might interpret this news differently.
Exquisite:
extremely beautiful and delicate.
Examples:
exquisite crafts, a man of exquisite sensitivity. We can hear an exquisite piano melody from his room.
Jewel:
a precious stone that is cut and polished for use in jewelry.
Examples:
jewel of the crown, gleaming jewel. She treasured the small jewel that her grandmother had given her.
Vast:
enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
vast majority, vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Ceremonial:
of or relating to a ceremony, equals a formal event performed on a special occasion, or ritual, especially a formal or elaborate one.
Examples:
wear a ceremonial dress, ceremonial speech. The wedding was a grand ceremonial occasion with many traditional elements.
Sculpture:
the art of creating three-dimensional objects or forms, typically by carving, modeling, or casting in a variety of materials such as stone, wood, metal, or clay.
Examples:
create sculpture, abstract sculpture. The ancient Greek sculptures are known for their realism and attention to detail.
Nexus:
a connection or link between things or people, the central or most important point or focus, a connected series of events or ideas.
Examples:
nexus point, direct nexus. The nexus between technology and society is complex and constantly evolving.
Economy:
the system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, Most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Millennium.
A span of 1,000 years, or the 1,000th anniversary, plural, millennia.
Examples:
Past millennium. Millennium bottle of wine. Our world is in the third millennium.
Impose.
To officially force a new law, tax, duty, etc., to be obeyed or received.
Examples:
Impose harsher sanctions. Impose tariffs. The problem with achievement tests is the narrowness they impose on students.
Colonize.
To establish a colony in or on a specific place, to settle or occupy in large numbers.
Examples:
Colonize planets. Colonize for cultivation. European powers colonized much of the Americas in the 16th and 17th centuries.
Deny.
To state that one refuses to admit the existence or truth of something.
Examples:
Adamantly deny killing. Deny the allegations. He is still denying stealing the money from the cash register.
Rediscover.
To discover or find again something that was previously known but lost.
Examples:
Rediscover a value. Rediscover an old truth. The painting was rediscovered in an attic and turned out to be a long-lost masterpiece.
Philosophy.
The study of general and fundamental questions, such as those about existence, reason, knowledge, values, mind.
Examples:
Philosophy of education. Western philosophy. Ethics is a branch of philosophy.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Freak.
An abnormality that is not typical or expected.
Examples:
A rock freak. Freak weather. The freak accident caused the car to flip over and land on its roof.
Burgeon.
To grow or develop rapidly, especially in a healthy or vigorous way.
Examples:
Burgeon rapidly. burgeon from every corner. The city's art scene has been burgeoning recently, with new galleries and exhibitions popping up regularly.
Exemplify.
To serve as a typical example of something.
Examples.
Exemplify the importance. Exemplify the solution. The example of a successful startup serves to exemplify the potential of the industry.
Profound.
Extremely great, sensed or experienced very strongly, displaying a high level of knowledge or comprehension.
Examples.
A profound book. The profound depths of the sea. My mother's illness had a profound impact on us all.
Flux.
The state of constantly changing or flowing, the rate of flow of energy or particles across a particular place.
Examples.
Flux density. Flux of particles. The town's population was in flux, with many people moving in and out.
Transition.
The process or period of changing from one state or circumstance to another.
Examples.
Transition phase. Ensure a smooth transition. The nation's healthcare system is in transition at the moment.
Dynasty.
A sequence of influential leaders who are all from the same family or a period when they rule a country.
Examples.
Dynasty of China. During the Ming Dynasty. During the Habsburg Dynasty, colonization began.
Confidence.
The feeling or attitude that one can trust or rely on the abilities or good qualities of someone or something.
Examples.
Confidence as a teacher. Boost my confidence. Skill and competence are an unconquered army.
Afield.
Far away from home, in a field or rural area, often used in the context of hunting or gathering wild plants.
Examples.
Drive farther afield. Travel afield. They ventured afield in search of a rare species of bird.
Sultan.
A king or ruler of an Islamic country or state, particularly in the Middle East, a title of respect for a Muslim ruler or leader.
Examples.
The Sultan's throne. Ottoman Sultan. The Sultan's royal guard is highly skilled and fiercely loyal to him.
Indirectly.
Not going straight to the point, implying or suggesting something.
Examples.
Indirectly related. Indirectly impact. The CEO indirectly expressed her disappointment with the project's progress.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples.
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Peer.
A person who has the same age, status, or ability.
Examples:
Peer group. Peer review. Among young people, peer pressure can be pretty influential.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Continental.
Of or relating to a continent, equals one of the Earth's large land masses.
Examples:
Continental divide. Polar continental air. The continental breakfast at the hotel was included with the room.
Medieval.
Relating to or belonging to the Middle Age, that is for the period of A.D. 600 to AD 1450.
Examples:
Medieval times. Medieval history. Only the medieval tower remained standing. Storytelling. The act or art of narrating or writing stories.
Examples:
Storytelling performance. Courtroom storytelling. She was skilled in storytelling techniques, such as using different voices for other characters. Convention. A large formal assembly of people who do a particular job or have a similar interest or of a political party, something regarded as a normative example.
Examples:
Convention center. Political convention. They met at biennial conventions. Retell. To tell someone about something again or differently. Examples: Retell a story. Retell an old tale. He retells the truth to plead not guilty. Ascend. To go or move upward, to become king or queen, to inherit something, such as a power. Examples: Ascend the ladder. Ascend to power. The plane began to ascend into the sky. Throne. A chair or seat of state for a monarch or other high-ranking person, the position of being a king or queen. Examples: Abdicate the throne. Imperial throne. The king sat on his throne, surveying his kingdom. Emperor. The male ruler of an empire.
Examples:
Emperor of Rome. Former emperor. The emperor once lived in the vast palace.
Fame.
The condition of being well known and discussed by a large number of people as a result of one's accomplishments, abilities, etc.
Examples:
Leap into fame. His undying fame. Good fame is better than a good face.
Reserve.
To keep something for future use or contingency, to obtain or arrange something, such as a meeting, seat, etc., in advance.
Examples:
Reserve the right. Reserve a concert ticket. You can easily reserve seats over the telephone.
Envoy.
A person who is sent by one government or organization on a diplomatic mission to represent and negotiate on behalf of their country or organization to another country or organization.
Examples:
Cultural envoy. Diplomatic envoy. The president appointed a special envoy to mediate the peace talks.
Ambitious.
Having a great desire to attain achievement, power, or wealth.
Examples:
Achieve ambitious goals. With an ambitious eye. Their company has been in business for a short time, but has ambitious goals.
Predecessor.
A person who held a position or office before the current holder.
Examples:
The words of a predecessor. Predecessor model. The new CEO is the predecessor of the former CEO.
Pilgrim.
A person who journeys, especially a long distance, to a sacred place as an act of religious devotion.
Examples:
Shrine for pilgrims. Pilgrim site. The group of pilgrims walked in silence, deep in thought and prayer.
Mecca.
A city and administrative center of the Mecca province of Saudi Arabia and the holiest city in Islam.
Examples:
Tourist Mecca. Mecca for surfers. The building has become a Mecca for fans of the movie.
Retinue.
A group of attendants or followers who accompany an important person, such as a monarch or dignitary, an entourage of assistants and supporters.
Examples:
Retinue of servants. Diplomatic retinue. The queen's retinue followed closely behind her as she walked through the palace.
Camel.
A cud-chewing mammal used as a draft or saddle animal in desert regions.
Examples:
Camel hair. Ride a camel. A camel has a hump on its back.
Pound.
The standard unit of money in the UK, the standard unit of weight equal to 16 ounces.
Examples:
3/4 of a pound. Thousands of pounds. The car's front bumper cost £1,500.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples.
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Chronicle.
A historical account of events arranged in order of time, typically without analysis or interpretation.
Examples.
Chronicle of the war. Heroic chronicle. The chronicle of the kingdom's history was passed down through generations of royalty.
Flood.
A large amount of water flowing beyond its normal limits, an overwhelming number or amount.
Examples.
Flood advisory. A flood of questions. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Memorial.
A structure or monument to commemorate a person or event.
Examples.
Memorial address. Memorial Park. The war memorial stands as a reminder of the sacrifices made by our ancestors.
Scholar.
Professor, a person who studies a topic in considerable depth, particularly in a university.
Examples.
Scholar in international politics. Noted scholar. You won't have to pay college tuition if you're a scholar.
Scholarly.
Relating to or characteristic of academic study.
Examples.
Scholarly article. Scholarly attainment. The scholarly journal published articles on various academic subjects.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples.
Preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Peak.
The point to which something or someone is at its strongest, best, or most successful, the pointed top of a mountain.
Examples.
At peak hour. The peak current in the circuit. This measurement aims to reduce traffic at peak periods.
Influential.
Having significant impact or power on someone or something.
Examples.
An influential newspaper. An influential politician. Early childhood experiences are very influential for people.
Educational.
Relating to education or providing knowledge or instruction.
Examples:
Educational system. Elevate educational standards. The museum offers a variety of educational programs for children and adults.
Attract.
To draw or entice someone or something towards them through the qualities they have, especially positive ones.
Examples:
Attract attention. Attract customers. The government is eager to attract international investment.
Cement.
Make fast as if with cement. Noun, a building material that is a powder made of a mixture of calcined limestone and clay, used with water, sand, and small stones to make concrete.
Examples:
Cement a close relationship. Cement blend. They are eager to cement a positive reputation.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples:
Embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Unrivaled.
Having no equal, without a competitor or peer, unmatched or surpassing others in a particular quality or attribute.
Examples:
Unrivaled success. Unrivaled beauty. Her talent for storytelling was unrivaled, captivating audiences with each word.
Promote.
To encourage or persuade people to like, buy, use, do, or support something, to raise someone to a higher position or rank.
Examples:
Promote a better relationship. Promote bad behavior. The government should do more to promote sustainable agribusiness.
Archives.
A collection of historical documents or records providing information about a place, institution, or group of people.
Examples:
Historical archives. Digital archives. The archives at the library contain a wealth of information about the city's history.
Textile.
Any type of cloth made by weaving or felting or knitting.
Examples:
Textile production. Tissue textiles. China's textile industry has developed rapidly with the input of foreign capital.
Repository.
A place where things are stored in large quantities and can be found.
Examples:
Wine repository. Repository of useful knowledge. The ocean is a rich repository of natural resources.
Font.
A complete set of characters in a particular style and size used for printing text or displaying information on a screen.
Examples:
Font size. Script font. I changed the font on my resume to make it more visually appealing.
Continuity.
The state or quality of being continuous, uninterrupted, or consistent, the maintenance of a connection, sequence, or pattern.
Examples:
Continuity plan. Continuity of service. The sudden departure of the team leader disrupted the project's continuity.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Beneath.
In or to a lower place than someone or something.
Examples:
The ground beneath my feet. Beneath contempt. A great stretch of the lake lay beneath them.
Prejudice.
A thought or feeling that is unfair and makes no sense, mainly when it is formed without enough thought or knowledge.
Examples:
Deep-rooted prejudice. Color prejudice. This community is free of social prejudice.
Contribution.
The act of giving something, especially money, to a particular cause or organization, a voluntary gift as of money or service or ideas made to some worthwhile cause.
Examples:
Make a positive contribution. Contribution to society. His contribution to the charity was a generous donation of money.
Isolation.
The condition of being alone or lonely, the act or state of separation between persons or groups.
Examples:
Isolation booth. The country's isolation. That incident led to his isolation.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
Majority of his wealth. Material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Hub.
The central or main part of a particular place, activity, network, etc. The central part of a car wheel, fan, propeller, etc., through which the shaft or axle passes.
Examples:
A hub of commerce. Education hub. This airport has taken the first step to become an international hub airport.
Lucrative.
producing a great deal of profit, financially rewarding.
Examples:
Lucrative deal. Lucrative market. Investing in real estate can be a lucrative business if done correctly.
Intercontinental.
Relating to or occurring between continents, usually referring to travel, communication, or transport.
Examples:
Intercontinental phone call. Intercontinental ballistic missile. The airline offers intercontinental flights to destinations around the world.
Transcontinental.
Spanning or crossing an entire continent or continents.
Examples:
Transcontinental pipeline. Transcontinental flight. The Transcontinental Railway was a major engineering feat that helped connect the east and west coasts of the United States.
Outward.
Relating to the external appearance or surface of something, visible.
Examples:
An outward journey. Outward cheerfulness. The outward appearance of the building was impressive, but the inside was in dire need of repairs.
Confident.
Feeling sure about your abilities or qualities, or having trust in people, plans, or the future.
Examples:
Feel confident. A confident remark. I'm not confident in our victory.
Merchant.
A person who buys and sells a large number of goods, especially one who imports and exports goods.
Examples:
Merchant bank. Agricultural merchant. This shipping company has several hundred merchant ships.
Desert.
Arid land with little or no vegetation, often covered with sand or rocks.
Examples:
Desert basin. Oasis in the desert. This region is predominantly desert.
Sub-Saharan.
Of or relating to or situated in the area south of the Sahara Desert.
Examples:
Sub-Saharan Africa. Sub-Saharan countries. The coffee producers in sub-Saharan countries are at the sharp end of fluctuations in price.
Cast.
To cause light or shadow to appear on a surface, to assing or choose someone such as an actor or representative, especially by selection process.
Examples:
Cast a ballot. Cast a charming eye. This accident cast a dark shadow over their lives.
Aspersion.
A damaging or derogatory remark or criticism, the act of slandering or casting doubt on someone's reputation or integrity.
Examples:
Make aspersions about his ability. Derogatory aspersion. He cast aspersions on my character without any evidence to support his claims.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Strident.
Loud, harsh, and grating to the ears, presenting a forceful or insistent tone or manner.
Examples:
Strident call for action. Strident criticism. Her strident voice made it difficult for anyone to ignore her.
Spirit.
The part of a person which is the seat of their mind, feelings, and character rather than their physical body, the general atmosphere of a place or situation, and the effect that it has on people.
Examples:
Spirit and the letter of the law. An indomitable spirit. Despite their tragic loss, the family is showing great spirit.
Indigenous.
Someone or something that is native to or occurring naturally in a particular place.
Examples:
Indigenous crop. Indigenous peoples. The indigenous plants need to be pollinated by local insects.
Defiance.
Behavior characterized by an open refusal to obey someone or something.
Examples:
Fierce defiance. Adopt an attitude of defiance. He acted in defiance of our decision.
Stead.
The post or role properly or customarily occupied or served by another, a place where someone or something is regularly found or located.
Examples:
Go in his stead. Steady job. The company's main stead is in New York City.
Entrepreneur.
An individual who creates or invests in one or more businesses, especially when this involves taking financial risks.
Examples:
A successful entrepreneur. Billionaire entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs willingly accept business risks to achieve success.
Thrive.
To grow vigorously, to make steady progress.
Examples:
Thrive in a society. Thrive on pressure. Without investment, a business cannot thrive.
Diverse.
Including numerous categories of individuals or entities, various.
Examples:
Diverse backgrounds. A person of diverse talents. New York is a city with a diverse ethnic population.
Locate.
To specify or determine the exact position of someone or something.
Examples:
Locate a missing pet. Locate a tumor. The robot can accurately locate construction material.
Inherent.
Existing in something as a permanent, essential, or characteristic attribute.
Examples:
inherent risk, have an inherent dislike. Honesty is an inherent quality that everyone should strive to possess.
Diversity.
The quality or fact of many different types of things or people being included in something, a range of different things or people.
Examples:
the diversity policy of the university. Lingual diversity. He was impressed by the range and diversity of the collection.
Rigorous.
Allowing or demanding no deviation from a standard, extremely careful, thorough, or accurate.
Examples:
rigorous standards. Have rigorous criticism. The way he manages his employees is extremely rigorous.
Contest.
A competition in which people compete for supremacy in a sport or other activity, a struggle between rivals.
Examples:
a speech contest. A close contest. There was a vast contest between the two tribes.
Discourse.
Any form of communication in speech or writing.
Examples:
hold discourse with him. A discourse about art. Sweet discourse makes short days and nights.
Appreciation.
The act of recognizing and valuing the worth or importance of something or someone, gratitude or thankfulness, an increase in value over time.
Examples:
express my appreciation. Appreciation for diversity. The artist received a lot of appreciation for his latest work.
Spite.
Feelings of anger and resentment, in spite of, also despite, a phrase that is used to indicate that something happened or exists even though there is a particular obstacle or difficulty.
Examples:
bear spite against him. Die in spite of intensive care. He did it out of spite to annoy me.
Vandal.
A person who deliberately damages or destroys public or private property, often out of a sense of malicious or mischievous intent.
Examples:
teenage vandal. Graffiti vandal. The city installed security cameras to deter vandals from damaging public property.
Jail.
A facility where criminals are kept to be punished for their crimes, a prison.
Examples:
county jail. Be in jail. The police escorted the prisoner to the jail.
Vital.
Necessary for the success or continued existence of something.
Examples:
play a vital role. Vital for a healthy society. Perseverance and optimism are vital to success.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Cult.
A small religious group, especially one that is not part of a larger religion and that is regarded as outside the norm, followers of an exclusive system of beliefs and practices.
Examples:
Cult members. Cult's practices. The cult leader promised his followers that they would achieve enlightenment if they followed his teachings.
Tariff.
A tax imposed by a government on imported or exported goods.
Examples:
Tariff policy. Tariff war. The new tariff on imported goods has sparked controversy among trade partners.
Envy.
To experience a feeling of jealousy or resentment towards someone because of their possessions, qualities, or achievements. To desire to have something that someone else has. Noun, a feeling of resentment or jealousy towards someone else's perceived advantage or success.
Examples:
Envy his success. Feeling envy toward him. I can't help but envy my friend's ability to stay calm in stressful situations.